Okay, hello everyone, and I'm going to be doing a video, and this is a little different than the other video that was selecting handgun and ammunition to use for defense and target shooting. This one here is selecting factors in selecting a pistol. And factors in selecting a pistol, we have to go through the intended use of the pistol, practice in the budget, availability and the price of the ammunition, pistol fit and ergonomics, pistol size and weight, the recoil and the simplicity of operation, ease of cleaning, reputation of the manufacturer, reliability, warranty, and availability of repair or aftermarket parts. In my other video selecting a handgun and ammunition, that was for a defensive protection, like in the home or something. This one here is just a general one. So, first you got to think about the intended use. What are you going to use the gun for? Target shooting, hunting, personal protection, your price, and how much a budget is a $200 to $300 to $400 gun. Availability and the price of ammunition. Are you getting a real rare gun that requires ammunition that you can't buy at the store? You have to order, and it's more expensive. The pistol size and the weight. What does the gun weigh? Is it going to be okay for you to shoot? How easy it is to clean, for reputation of the manufacturer. Is it a good manufacturer? Is he a lot of recalls? Does he take care of his customer? Reliability of that make and model. Is it a reliable gun? What type of warranty? Some guns like a High Point have a lifetime warranty. A Desert Eagle has a one year warranty. Some have less, some have more. And then aftermarket parts or repair. After warranty's over, our parts easy to obtain. Like Glocks, they're everywhere. So, you probably wouldn't have a problem getting parts. There's a lot of aftermarket companies that have the parts. So, let's go ahead and get into selecting the pistol. Selecting a handgun, as usual. They always use pistols sometimes. When considering purchasing a pistol, you should consult knowledgeable shooters. Either, somebody at the range, it's your friends, research if possible, test fire. Test firing, like at a range or something, is great. Rent the gun. And purchase the gun from a reputable dealer. That's gonna, if there's a problem with that weapon or on that gun, he's gonna give you your money back, or he'll get it over to the manufacturer. You're gonna really, that's gonna be a good one. That's purchasing from a reputable dealer. Just like anything, a gun, a car, you want to have a reputable dealer. Now the next step is getting into cleaning, but and I'm going to actually throw that up there. Usually gun cleaning, you're going to need some gun cleaning equipment. You'll need some gun oil, a bore cleaner, eye protection, a small brush. People are using protective gloves now because of the lead content. Are politically correct now. Before they never were using that. You need bore brushes, patches, and a soft cloth. The gloves are going to be a big one. Bore cleaners, you got to be careful on those. Some are very toxic. Some will remove finish. Any good oil, I use Rem oil, which is spray oil, and it's Teflon based. Small brush, I would probably not use a wire brush. I would use a nylon. And they're talking about eye protection in case something splashes in your face. Let's go real quick here on the cleaning end of it. The gun cleaning procedure here, we're going to go with that, is you unload the pistol, you inspect it, and disassemble it. Field strip it, which means you'll take it down to minimal amount of parts that you could do in the field with minimal amount of tools. First you're going to want to do is on your brush, you're going to put a little solvent and spray it on there. Apply the cleaning solvent to the bore brush. Don't dip it. And then you'll go ahead and run the brush completely through the bore 10 to 15 times. Okay, then after that, run the brush through each chamber of the revolver. the cylinder. If you have a pistol, that'll be the barrel. Just clean semi-automatic pistol barrel separately with solvent. You'd be taking the barrel out of the semi-automatic. You'd have to take it down, and you'd be cleaning that separately. Same way they're doing here, but you would just this would be treated almost as the gun because it's just the barrel. Next step, you want to get into here. Okay. Put a jag on a rod and patch on the jag. The jag is a little, let me get this here for you. It's this little red thing is the jag. As you put these patches through the hole. So you put the jag on the rod, and this is after the barrel had the wire brush with solvent in it, and you go in and out. See that? Run patches through board chambers until they come out clean. Use a brush to clean the crevices of the pistol or revolver. That's the nylon brush. You could probably put a little solvent on there too. Clean and lightly oil the exterior of the gun with the oil. Lubricate key points of the pistol. Action. I squirt it in the barrel. I pretty much saturate my gun. You know, it I guess it would just depend. I saturate the gun. And I like clicking all over it too. I pretty much saturate it. Pistol storage. Basically store the guns and ammunition so they're not accessible. Store guns separately with the ammunition, and you want to store it in a cool and dry place when you're basically putting them away. And then, that's pretty much it. And that's going to be, like I say, you're cleaning and carrying and selecting a pistol. This is just a very short overview. I have a more in-depth video, so this is just a short one for somebody who doesn't want to listen to me talk for, 20 minutes. Thank you a lot. I hope this was educational. And hey guys, today on this course here, I wanted to just go through a few things. This is going to be the tap, rack, and fire. Okay, tap, rack, and fire. Just remember, tap, rack, and fire. TRF. Tap, rack, and fire. And I call it tap, rack, and fire. And if you follow this, you'll be able to clear any kind of jam at the range or when you're competitively shooting. The easiest way to do this is, and I'm going to show you here, and we'll go start with scenario 1. Okay, let's go through this first scenario. As you notice, it's empty. Okay, let's say you go out to the range, you load your gun, and you go and you shoot it. Nothing happens. Okay, tap it, rack it, fire. That's the bottom line. But just remember, like I say, if you're firing, nothing happens. You tap it, and then you rack it, and then you fire. That's the first procedure. That's if it's a failure to fire. Failure to feed. Mainly it's a misfire. Okay, step 2, process 2, procedure 2, or problem 2 that you may write in. You may have your gun, you may actually have found it on the ground, not sure if it's loaded, you may be firing, you may get a stovepipe. You don't care about this. Bottom line is you take it, you rack, you fire. If it doesn't, you rack it down, and you fire. That's your second if you get a stovepipe or a jam up there like that. Scenario 3. This is actually called a double feed. Okay, as you can see that, there's one cartridge in there, another one sitting there. This is one of the most difficult ones to clear, especially on the Berettas, because they have very much of a feed lip. Now, let's say you go ahead and you shoot it, and that's what you get. You go back to your tap rack, you tap it, you rack it, nothing happens. Now, pull the magazine out, you rack it until it's clear, put the magazine back in, and fire. That's the easiest way. And in a minute, I'm going to go through a whole procedure, starting with going from the tap rack and fire, and we're going to go through the misfeed, and if that doesn't clear it, we'll go through it doesn't fire, and we'll go through pulling the magazine out. I'm going to show you that. That's going to be our next one. Okay guys, now I'm going to go through the whole procedure. As you notice, it's empty like this for training purposes. This is a magazine. You're out to the range. You put it in. You rack it, right? you fire, nothing happens. What you want to do is tap it, you want to wrap it, nothing happens again. Drop the magazine till it's empty, put the magazine back in, and fire. That's the procedure for the tap, rack, and fire.